Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'll be talking about k-means clustering. So k-means clustering is an unsupervised machine learning algorithm which is used to divide data into k groups. So the algorithm essentially is used to put similar data points together. So let's see how will this question be asked in the exams. So in the exam you will be given certain data points and the coordinate for each data point. You'll also be given k value, which will actually be the number of clusters. So your objective would be to form k equal to 2, that is k number of clusters. Here in this question it will be like you have to form 2 clusters such that every point either fall in the first cluster or the second cluster. So let's see how would we approach the problem. So the step number 1 in the problem would be to choose initial centroids. So what we'll do is, out of all the coordinates that are given to you, you'll have to randomly choose 2 points as the centroid. So here in this problem we have chosen centroid like point A and point D as the centroids. So centroid C1 is equal to 1, 1 and centroid 2 is 8, 8. Now once you have done that, what you will do is you will calculate the distance of each point with the centroid using the Euclidean formula, and then you will calculate and then you will compute, like you will see if the point A is nearer to C1 or if point A is nearer to C2, whichever using the Euclidean distance formula. And if let's say point A is nearer to C1, then A will belong to cluster 1, else it will belong to cluster 2. Let's see. So calculate distance of each point. So d equal to x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. So distance calculation of point A from C1 would be x2 here is like the x coordinate of C1, which is 1. So 1 and minus 1, x1 is the x coordinate of point A. So this is 1. So 1 minus 1 square plus y2 is the y coordinate of centroid C1, which is 1. So 1. And y1 is the y coordinate of point A, which is 1. So 1 minus 1 square plus 1 minus 1 square will be 0. Similarly, we'll do it for centroid C2 as well. C2 is like 8 minus 1 square plus 8 minus 1 square, which comes out to be 9.89. So if you will compare 0 and 9.89, so point A obviously would be nearer to centroid C1, which is 1, 1. So hence you will write A belongs to cluster 1. Similarly, you will do for point B as well, which is 1, 2. So 1, 2, if you see, obviously will be nearer to point 1, 1, right? It will be farther away from point 8, 8. So 1, 2 is so 1, 2 point B will also belong to cluster 1. Point C 2, 1, you will repeat it for all the points. So point C 2, 1 is nearer to 1, 1 again. So C belongs to cluster 1. Now if you look at point D 8, 8, so this will be nearer to centroid 2, which is 8, 8. So you write D belongs to cluster 2. Point E 9, 8 will also be nearer to cluster 2, like it will be nearer to centroid 2, right? So it will fall in cluster 2. Point F 8, 9 will be nearer to centroid C2, right? 8, 8. So similarly F will also belong to cluster 2. So once you have like done that for all the points, next step in the process is to form clusters. So we have seen 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1 belong to cluster 1, and 8, 8, 9, 8, 8, 9 belong to cluster 2. So once you form the clusters, next step in the process is to recalculate new centroids, and you will keep on doing this until you reach a point where your clusters do not change. That is, you have the same points in cluster 1 and you have same points in cluster 2. So how will you calculate new centroid is like centroid equal to sigma x by n and sigma y by n. So sigma x is like you will sum up the coordinate of x and then you will divide it by the number of points that you have in that particular cluster. Here in this case is 3, right? So 1 sigma x is 1 plus 1 plus 2, 1 plus 1 plus 2, divide by number of points is 3, right? So 3. And similarly sigma y is 1 plus 2 plus 1, 1 plus 2 plus 1 divided by 3, which is the number of points in that cluster. So here for so new centroid of cluster 1 will be 1.33 and 1.33. Similarly, you will calculate the new centroid of cluster 2, which will be 8 plus 9 plus 8 divided by 3 and 8 plus 8 plus 9 divided by 3, which will come out to be 8.33 and 8.33. So once you have calculated the new centroids, you'll again repeat the process of calculating the distance of every point with these centroids using Euclidean formula, and you'll also see if that particular point falls in cluster 1 or cluster 2. So if you do this, you will see that all the first 3 points still stay in cluster 1 and all the last 3 points still stay in cluster 2. That is 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. They all lie in cluster 1. Whereas 8, 8, 9, 8 and 8, 9, they all belong to cluster 2, which was the case earlier as well, right? You had similar data points in cluster 1 and cluster 2. Since you have reached a point where the clusters are no longer changing, so the algorithm stops at this point, right? So the algorithm will only stop when your clusters do not change. So one thing to note here is you do not calculate a new centroid after assigning every single point. You'll only be calculating a new centroid once you have calculated the distance of every point with the centroid that you have taken in the first step. Only you will calculate the new centroid again and then you will repeat the process. There are so many videos on YouTube where they are actually calculating the new centroid after assigning every single point. So that is wrong. So yeah, that is all about k-means clustering. Thank you.